Hello everyone, how are we doing? Yes, we are on an IET for today's trip. Thank you Dovetail for inviting us to stream tonight. We're on this IET and we're going from Reading to London Paddington. So what we'll do is let's get this train started. So let's put that master key on. Oh, before we do, let's stick all of these on. Normal. That's all normal. Let's have a look. That one should be normal. And that one. And that one. That should be everything. There we go. Let's open those doors. Okay. Then we should be ready and raring to go in a minute. Oh yeah, got to stick my lights on. Forgot about them. There we go. Full. Just check that we are definitely on electric. Here we go. Next stop, London Paddington. That looks really nice. But yeah, what we've got is we've got this scenario planner. So I just chucked something together to have a few trains along the way to get to London St Pancras. Okay. Now I was expecting something to come from, oh, just a sec, from the train depot, as you can see there. But actually, thinking about it, we are on, there we go. That's cool. Right, let's shut those doors and let's get going. There we go. Let's get going. So this is one of the routes that is on offer this week. I need to get it right. I don't want to give you the wrong discount because at point of recording the discounts aren't available. Let's have a look. Right, Alex, you sent me a little list. That one. Open that. Okay, yep, just importing that. So, Great Western Express, 60% off on Steam, so that's not bad. But funnily enough, I'm not on Steam. I'm on PlayStation. Because I thought, why not? As you can see, I'm on PlayStation. And there she is. There we go. Let's take a photo of that and go back into the cab. So yeah, 60% off isn't that bad, is it? But we've got lots of new routes coming up, you know. As I've recorded this afternoon, we had the announcement that Fife Circle, the date has been announced. We should have or will be getting what are we getting? Suffragette Line. I don't know the exact dates when this is coming out, so it could be before or after the REIT released. Right, let's go full throttle. But yeah, gorgeous train with the IET with the Azuma. So it's nice to have that on the outside. There probably are some better GWR liveries out there, but I will admit I had a bit of an issue getting that sorted whilst trying to do a bit of work as well, so I probably haven't got the best livery, but I think that green looks really nice to use on here. We might have some other trains on this route, on this journey today, that we'll be passing, as it is Scenario Planner. But as you can see, look, that's LNER seats in there. But why not? You know, it's cool to have the GWR liveries, and there's loads of other liveries on the Creators Club. There we go. Do you know what? I can actually do that, can't I? Because I've got the speed down here and I've got the signals on my PlayStation controller, so I get to see exactly what's going on. Oh, we got a train coming up. What we got? Oh, 387. Nice. Bling. Oh, we got HST right behind that one. Oh, castle set though, so that's quite cool to see. So we've got a yellow and a red there, so that means that we potentially got something coming up on the slow line that we'll be passing. But this is a great route. I do like the GWE. This is my first route. This is my first taster of Train Sim World. So yeah, a great little route to have. You've got the 66, you've got the HST, you've got the 166. What more can you want? I know you're all going to say we want the IET, we want the Heathrow Express, blah 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 blah. I know, but I think that was a really good route to start with, and it's still a really good route to have, even though it's one of the first. I think technically it was the second route, but for console, for Xbox, it was the first route. Didn't see that train in the end. Maybe it was just the signals having a go there. But yeah, we can see we got the line voltage there. What are we on? We're on 80. Don't even know what one we're on. Let me have a look. Is there anywhere that says what? There it is. 801206 we're on. Here we go. Let's start coasting for a bit. So weird that for a number of, for a couple of years we were using the 395 and making it look like an IET, but now we've got the Azuma, we can have an almost real IET running on the Great Western Express. How cool is that? And don't forget, we've got these on Avanti West Coast coming soon, as in the 800s. You've got the Auroras coming soon on East Midlands Railway. We've got, what have we got? Trans-Pennine Express Nova 1s. So yeah, a few different 800s we can re-livery to use within the game. Not standing behind that yellow line, are they? Yeah, as I said, the Steam discount is pretty good for this at the moment. I'm on PlayStation. There was a PlayStation discount the other week, so hopefully you got this route. It's a staple route to have on Train Sim World, especially if you're collecting the British. If you collected the British routes, it's always a really good one. Some overhead catenary going on there. Now with the scenario planner, you can have it as not as busy, but you can have it busy. You don't have to have it busy. You can have trains coming in the opposite direction. You could be like me, where I just started doing it and then I was like, I just want to drive. So I've done a few trains on the route, but not as many as I should have done. Yep. There we go. Oh no, that's the brake. Oh, dropping everything in here. That's not what we want. So yeah, this was at the time when they were building the catenary, so we don't have the full overhead all the way to Newbury. I always think it's Newark, but that's near me. Okay. Yeah, we should be alright. We did just have a warning there, an AWS warning, so I don't know why. Don't forget KK. Yeah. It's a good job I can kind of hear it, because I've got it going through the controller. Because on the PlayStation you have the light on there to tell you what signal you are, but also the AWS goes through it as well. Where's the flower? Can hear it, but I can't see it. Not sure where it is. Somewhere. Hey, we got 166. Double 166 there. Yes, keyboard disconnected. I'm going to try and connect it on this side and see if it... Yeah, it looks like I have to reset the game for the keyboard to actually be used on this, which is annoying. Thought I was going to get the keyboard, but never mind. Right, let's have a look at where we are. Oh, we got something coming towards us. What have we got? What have we got? Oh, it's a 166. Mega Big Owl. Nice. So here's the Heathrow Express. Fly over here. Oh, we got something coming in. Here's West Drayton. Stand behind the yellow line. I said that. Oh. Typical. Oh, HST on the wrong side. Maybe there's some signal issues. So there's the Heathrow Express flyover there. So next station is Hayes and Harlington. So EMI records here. Here's the station. The new station entrance is there. Not up at the top anymore. We've got the old Nescafe building there. And the tarmac. Concrete. I think it's concrete. There's the Hayes bypass. There's a Costco over there. This is gone, this Southall gas station. This is all houses now. But the old one, that brick one that we're coming up to, that's still there. So this one here, this is still here. I think they're trying to put houses and stuff in it. So yeah, that would be weird to live in, wouldn't it? Here's Southall. Oh, class 20s. Nice. Here's the old Southall depot. And the Flying Scotsman used to be in here. Used to be in this one. In one of those. Yeah, it used to live there for a bit. Back in the early 2000s. We are on proper catenary now. Oh, McDonald's! There's the McDonald's. Hanwell. So Bunny Park, Hanwell Zoo's over there. Oh, there's another 20. I can't remember doing two 20s. That's weird. Oh, I did a 37. I did two 37. I did a 37, double 37, and a double 20. That's weird. I'll have to look. Might have been rushing a bit too much. Here comes Ealing. West Ealing, sorry. Then we go underneath these buildings here, and then we've got Ealing Broadway, where we've got the District Line and Central Line. So yeah, just through there. Okay, we are having to slow down in a minute because we will need to go down to the 100 and then start slowing down even more as we approach platform 2. There's the Central Line down there. Yeah, platform 2 of London Paddington we're going to be stopping at. Yeah, so we are on the 100, so that's fine. Acton main line. Brand new station there now because of the Elizabeth line. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing the Elizabeth line liveries for the overground 710s. So yeah, send me them over. We're on Discord, so yeah, send me over the links to the Elizabeth line ones that you create. Oh, Flying Scotsman! Nice. Love it. Old Oak Common. Yeah, we should be fine here. Here's the old North Star where the Eurostars used to go. Now it's all IETs that get looked after there. And then with the Old Oak Common, we've got the Elizabeth line and some new station that might be coming soon. Eventually. Okay. Oh, here beeping. Beep beep. Yeah, so I am going over the speed limit now. Because I should be going 50. Let's try and get it down a bit quicker. Yeah. There we go. We're down to 50. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be shortly arriving at London Paddington Station. Take a look around your seat and make sure that you collect all your loose belongings before you leave the train. Ticket barriers are in operation on all Great Western Railway stations. Well, most of them. Especially these ones. The terminus stations, definitely. But yeah, I thought it would be nice to have a run through to London Paddington, so that was a bit of fun. If you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up. Let us know that you care, and have a great rest of your evening, whatever's coming up or happening on Dovetail's live streaming today and tomorrow, etc. Hopefully it's going to be fun and games. Looking at the previews of Five Circle, I believe that's been released now, announced. Also the Suffragette line, that's also a line that's getting its preview. If you haven't already seen it, it might already be out. As I said, I don't know when my video's actually being added, so never know. Right, let's start slowing down a little bit more. We need to go down to 40. There we go. Okay, so we've got an IET on platform 3, and we've got a nice intercity on platform 5, which I might go and have a look at. I don't know. Okay, here we are at London Paddington. Hope you've enjoyed your journey with us today. Okay. There we go. I'm not going to unlock the doors because it might end the route. It might end the scenario. So what we'll do is we will run over here. Look at that. That's nice. Oh, listen to that. That is nice. Oh yeah, let's do the horn. I wonder if it'll allow us to do some messing around. Nope, because we have no access to it, we can't. That's fine. There we go. Let's put that to off. There. There we go. Okay. Right, let's go back to our train. Oh, it sounds good though. Oh, that was one more thing I should have done. I wonder if I go that neutral and then I go that one. No. Yeah, it's definitely not going to work for us today. But we are on scenario planner, so that's probably would have happened anyway. That that we don't have that access. Let's go to tail. Let's go to neutral. Let's open those doors. And I can even open up that as well. Ah! Because sometimes you get the IETs and the noses are open. Oh yeah, that was it. need to also flick that on. Right, should we see what end we are? Ah, we're on the standard end. Typical, we're not on the first class end. Well, have a great evening, everyone. I'm just waiting for this to load the passengers, and then, yeah, we will be off. There we go. Let's lock those doors. There we go. MegaSim, you are done. Thanks, guys. I will see you on another video. Enjoy the rest of your evening. See you soon. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe to MegaSim and TrainSimulatorDriver. Some great channels there. Anyway, see you soon, guys. Bye.
G'day viewers, I am TrainSimulatorDriver. You can find me on YouTube, youtube.com/TrainSimulatorDriver. I'm one of the Dovetail ambassadors, and I am also one of the beta test team. And I'm here today because it's time for the spring sales. And we're going to do a bit of free roam fun just because. There's no other reason for it. Alright, let's spawn our little green fella. Green fella, you say? I didn't know there was a green one. Well, there's not, but there is now. Alright, let's spawn you in. And let's come and jump in. Now, free roam's still a beta, so just generally speaking, I'd expect the unexpected if I were you. Let's just put a little bit of handbrake on here. And let's put in the reverser, or the master key rather. Let's turn on some train lights. And then let's jump out the door. Because we don't want this whole thing. We only want the front bit. Let's come and set some points. Because we need some coaches. Alright, let's come down here. Let's set these ones as well, even though I don't really need to go through these ones. But just before we get back in our train, I need to set these coaches up. Now, I'm going to reproduce what I found in a prototype photo. And I can tell you where the photo is, but I can't show it to you because it expressly says cannot be reproduced. Let's get in. Okay, let's sit in the big chair. I don't think this is interlocked, but let's not take our chances. Let's get the brakes releasing. Get into forwards and instrument lights perhaps. Confirming our engines are still on. We'll add some marker lamps. Marker lamps are nice things, aren't they? Alright, looks like we're about ready to go. So let's take this brake off that we put on before. There's method to my madness doing that. Let's put this back into lap so it's ready for when we need it. We don't have to go very far. See our single little green one. It's not a particularly exact livery, but I was just having some fun in the livery design and I thought, why not make a green one? There's no reason for it, I just can. In fact, the photo actually wasn't a green one, the photo was a blue one. Alright, let's stop you there. And just flip this lever over. And back into neutral, into reverse, back into first gear, release the brakes, and let's push her back. Yes, right, watch and go, is it going to go up the right track? Yep, it is going up the right track. Well, in fact, it's going up the left track. Oops. Oh, I think I just pressed the wrong button. Sounds like we survived that, though. Let's just get back into reverse. Back into gear. It really doesn't like you when you change gears. So I've been playing another game that uses WASD when you're moving around on cameras, and I've gotten into a bad habit of that, So in this game, it doesn't work that way. This game, those keys do nasty things to your locomotive. Alright, let's get back into lap as well. We have got the vacuum brakes. These coaches will cope with vacuum brakes. Let's just slow down a bit. Slow down a bit more. Aha, look at that. Alright, let's hook those up and let's get up here up to the back because I don't actually want them all. Let's just unhook that coupler and back into the cab for a moment because these brakes will take a while to happen. Let's just come out of gear while that's happening and go into notch 1 because prototypically that makes the engine run a little bit faster. Let's just put on a light handbrake. Because while that's happening, why don't we take the opportunity to come over into this siding and put the rest of our consist together. So we're going to spawn a PFT brake van. So we want one of those. Now unfortunately, there's no way at the moment that I can find to make a consist without a locomotive and actually spawn it. You can make them, but you can't spawn them. And now I want some 5-plank wagons. I want 3 of these, but I'll put them on one at a time. Spawn another one here. These come from Spirit of Steam. Just occurred to me I can probably type 5-plank, can't I? Let's try that. Ah, you can. Very good. Free roam's a funny thing. Just as you think you're getting used to it, you blow something to bits. Now, this might have charged up the brakes by now. It does take a little while to charge up a whole train with a vacuum. And the 101's not very good at charging brakes up. We're nearly there. Nearly. How are we going with the brakes? They're nearly there. Okay, so let's get our throttle off. And let's get into gear. We in forwards. I should have actually been in neutral when I did that, so let's just go back and do that again. If I can get the right lever on the rail driver. There we go. Okay, back into gear. And let's see if she'll move. Not everything moves in free roam when you hook them together, but I believe these will. You know what I did? Okay. Now remember we set up to go down into the head shunt down here. It should be... I just want to set that one for the middle, that one for the right. I think that should be... So I want to set that one... No, right. No, I do want that one. Right, there we go. Okay, now I think we're set all the way down now. No, not that one. That one. One more? One more. There we go. Very complex set of points down there. Let's just throttle off. This is a much heavier load than we had last time. We need to take this all the way down to the bottom of the head shunt. Does that look like I lost an engine? It does. Let's just pop back into neutral and start that. There we go. Now I've got them both. No wonder it didn't want to move. Now it's perfectly okay to go past that shunt signal that we saw a moment ago because it doesn't apply to going into the head shunt. And these signals above us also don't apply going into the head shunt. Let's just get a bit of brake on, a bit more. This is a bit of a heavy one. I think that'll work. Yes, that sounds pretty good. Alright, let's go back to our map view and let's put this train somewhere where nothing else is. So if we put it into... We've got one more coach up there that we want to get, so I can put it in the road next to that one. That'll be fine. So if we change this point here, that should be fine. That should get us into the right one, I think. You may laugh at me if it does not. Okay, we're in neutral. Let's get into reverse. There we go. It'll happen. It's an awful big load for this poor little 101 to push up this hill. So I've got a set of points up there with a bad LOD. They're not drawing. I hope they're actually there or we're about to put a train in the dirt. Yes, looks promising. Train knows they're there even though it won't show them to us. That's fine. Once you get it moving and you get onto this flat bit, it's fine. Now, we really don't need to get these all the way up the siding. I just want to get them in far enough that I don't hit them. And that'll do about there. Brakes are awfully predictable until that exact moment that they're not. Alright, let's get rid of these ones we don't want. Back in the cab. Neutral. Forwards. Release the brakes. First gear. And away we go. We don't really need to do very much. Of course, the brakes release quickly because I don't have a train on the back anymore. Now, we don't have to go all the way into the head shunt this time. We're just going to go up and get that brake coach. So we certainly don't have to go very far, just down to this point lever here, I believe. Now, a lot of the points are a little bit tricky through here because they are three ways. Brakes off, first gear, and back we go. Let's get out of the way so we don't get run over. Now, we are actually going to have to run... Oh, done it again, haven't I? Use the arrow keys, Luke. These aren't the ASDFs you're looking for. I'm going to get up here and drop this. Because if we don't, it'll just bounce off. In fact, while he's coming up here, I think he's coming up this track, so we'll just leave that going. We need to come around here and do this one too. Right. And there he comes. He's probably going a bit quick, actually. Maybe just give him a little bit of squirt. Quick safety stop. Go and check. It's all good. There we go. Okay. Get those hooked up. Back in the cab. And let's get out of gear. Into forwards. Brakes off. Take a little while to release again. Go pump that up. give it just a little bit of throttle. Prototypically, this would help run the compressor faster, so it would help with pumping up the train. Alright, we're nearly there. Back to idle. Into gear. I can put a little bit of throttle on just in anticipation of the brakes releasing, because they will in a moment. There we go. Now this time we need to get into this line here. So we need to come down through 1, 2, 3 sets of points. Try and stick under 10 mile an hour while we're doing our shunt work here. So here's our first set of points. Coming up on our second set of points. And then that three-way set is our third set of points. We need to go far enough past that our rear coach clears it. Clear enough. Get onto this properly. I think center is the right thing to do, but let me just check with the map. Just to be sure. So that's going into... So I think if we trace this down, that's... Is that going to the right place? I think we might want to go... No, that might be right, actually. That's either going to take me to the one where these coaches are, which is that set of points. That's fine. I think this one, yeah, that probably is the right one. Okay, let's find out. Let's get back into reverse. First gear, brakes off. Let's push her back. And what has I heard if it's wrong? We just have to do it again. Alright, well while that's going up there, let's just make our way up here as well. As long as we stick under about 5 mile an hour, you've got to be a little bit gentle with these plank wagons because you can bump them off the track quite easily. They're very light. Almost here. Sorry, I was just looking at a message. Because I'm operating on a real railway tomorrow, and I was contacting people to find out if we're on or not, because we haven't been on all weekend because of the extreme weather. And tomorrow is not much different, but apparently we are actually running. That was a bit of a poor stop. But anyway, is it close enough? No. Let's release the brakes, and we should just roll in a couple, and now we'll roll up here because it'll pump up the brakes on this one, and it'll push it into this one. Here it comes. Brakes are releasing. I'm actually being quite naughty because I'm leaving it in gear and just letting it roll and punch into the next one. Alright, let's get in here and couple. Did I know? I clicked it twice. Okay. And now we'll start pushing this one along. And same again. Bonk. Okay. And last one. Just pick up our brake van. I'll just cut the throttle off now and get some brakes on as well. And let's couple this one. Good. Let's do a bit of a brake application. Wait till it all settles down, because there's a couple of things we want to do up here, of course. Let's put on a tail lamp. Okay, let's try and set things up for a path now. So let's hop back into the map, set a path, and we want to go over to Peak, which is down there, around the corner, up there. Okay. Now let's go up here into correct side of Peak. Now hopefully that's given us a path. Fantastic. And I can see some signals have come off down there. Now let's just check the map. We do have to set a set of points by the looks of it. And what about this side? Yep, got a set of points to go that way. Okay, good. We will cut off and go down into 4th gear, because that's the way you're supposed to drive a diesel multiple unit with manual gears. Pick that up from the LMS training videos, which are, I think they're actually for a newer version than the 101, but it still applies to this. Both our engines are still running. We've got our shunting dwarf there, has come off. And we've also got signals to get out. We've got an advance and a actual signal. So the yellow one's the advance and the red one is the one that we're obeying. Now I can't guarantee what I'm planning to do will actually work, but what I want to do down at Peak is do a little bit more shunting. We'll see what happens. Now we're starting to run into a steep downhill, so let's just put a tiny bit of brake on just to help control our speed a little. We are drifting up, so let's put in a bit more. It's settled, but I actually want to slow down a little bit. So let's try that, see how we go. Because I am going a little bit quick right now. We've got green signals all the way through. Hopefully the signalling individual won't write down that I'm rolling through his box at 15 miles an hour when I'm supposed to be doing 10. Excuse the hiccups. Alright, we can release most of this brake now, but not all of it. We want some. Now this track arrangement here kind of amuses me, because if the man in Buxton Eak's box is mad at you and he routes you through into this little stub here because you're naughty and you're not meant to be going out in the main line, you're going to go straight through that buffer and you're going to end up in the lounge room down here with these people, and they're going to go, why are you here? Let's just have a bit of a gratuitous bridge shot. We can take some joy in the nice clouds. I probably should have been on the other side because of course the sun's over there. Alright, let's get the brakes off. As we can actually speed up here, but just while we're outside, we'll just leave it as it is for the moment. It can start rolling. Alright, our whole little consist is following us along nicely. So let's get back in here and get some speed happening. Oh, that's right, I'm still in 4th gear. Naughty me. Alright, 2nd should cover it, I think. Yep, very good. Now we've got to be a little bit careful with our stopping distances and things, because this train's going to behave quite differently to a train of 101s. This is just an example of the sort of fun you can have for yourself using combination of Livery Designer and free roam. You can do silly things that actually match prototype. Because if there's one thing about any railway that they're really good at, it's silly things. Green on the signal. I suppose we could have stopped here and picked up those vans, couldn't we? Things to do for next time. There's a light engine movement heading back up to the sheds. Another green signal. Oh, it sounds funny when you jump out of the cab mid-horn. Oh, that windscreen wiper is funny. Holding our speed nicely with that light brake application. Another green signal. You'll notice in my track monitor that I don't have signal indications turned on. It's because I like to drive and find out what they're going to be. Normally signals are in a good enough sighting distance that you can react to them when you see them. Now on German routes I often drive with the signal indication on because, wow, it can be a little bit hard to tell what's green on German signals. Just a little bit. Actually, let's pop over this side for the gratuitous bridge shot. Why not? Got green signals ahead. Just starting to slow down now because we've got our fairly tight left-hander coming up. Green signals again. With a heavy brake application like that, it will take a little while to pull the vacuum again. I was about to say pump up the brakes, but that's not right. These are vacuum brakes. You've got to pull the vacuum. So we are embarrassingly going to come to a stand. That's alright. Like in the signal box will be going, what's he doing? Probably start crawling ahead, grinding some brake blocks on some wheels, and now the guy's going, I know what he did. I do know indeed. Am I being naughty? Clearly I am. We'll just roll. Put a little bit of brake on just to bring us back to 15 mile an hour where we're meant to be. 10 mile an hour, sorry. Alright, we're in the very tight curve now. Just roll around here. Well, I don't want to roll around this slow, though. Started going up the very steep gradient now. Have to put some power on. Well, steep for a steam route anyway. Green signals. I remember trying to find out what those were when the route first came out, and I think the consensus people eventually figured out it was some kind of coke oven. That's right, they made Coca-Cola. No. They made coke out of charcoal and coal and limestone. Say hello to the signalman. As you do. On the main line now, so now we can give it a bit of fang. It's a good thing we're only giving it a bit of fang, because that's about how much fang a 101's got. You can't change gears quickly in the 101 or it bites you, but just managed to do it there and still keep it within the rev range. So she's going to struggle a little bit on this hill. Because she's not the most powerful thing in the world, and she's holding all that. I can't remember when I first discovered that the signals actually had sounds, but it's going to give me a little smile when I noticed that. I think I can. I think I can. It's like, I think you can too, but get on with it. Haven't knocked out an engine or anything in my behaviour, have I? No, they're both running. Let's see how many revs the other one's doing. About the same. One slightly under the other one. Coming up on Tunstead, the various sidings and the loader is for the limestone, for the ICI wagons that you can see over here. Someone on YouTube told me that they can't select these in Formation Designer, but I've been able to. You just put in PFT and go and find the limestone hoppers, they're called. It's getting on time to change gears again. We've got a green signal. I'm going to hold this gear as long as I can so we don't stall. Alright, and down to third, and full power again. Oh, oh. She's doing it. Yeah, it's working alright. It's all good. So that's the limestone loaders over there. I wonder what happens to those carriages that are just sitting in there. Does it constantly try and load them? Green signals again. Coming up past the Tunstead box. She's struggling to accelerate up this hill. Green signals for the tunnel. Yes, I'll be firing again tomorrow on the real-life railway, which won't be tomorrow by the time you guys watch this, because, you know, that'll be ages away by the time you watch this. But it's going to be 36 degrees Celsius, and I'm firing a steam engine, so I'm a special kind of nuts. Last time I fired on a day like this, when I checked the temperature on my phone, it was 68 degrees Celsius in the cab. Which is interesting, because it's 36 outside. You go in, you do the fire you need to do, you make sure everything's happy, the water's good, the steam's good, and then you go and stand on the outside. And sometimes the passengers go, why are you standing on the outside? It's like, because on there I'll get cooked. Out here, I only get a little bit cooked. On an our railway in the morning, the driver cops the sun, and in the afternoons, the fireman cops the sun. I believe we're running a full timetable tomorrow, and I think from memory I'm on the shuttles, so I've got 2 trips to run. And I believe I'm running locomotive number 12, which is a coal-fired 262, narrow gauge, 2'6". I won't tell you what railway it is because of our social media policy. But I'm sure you can guess. Green signals again. But you'll notice that the yellow one's not at proceed, which means somewhere ahead there's a red one. It just means somewhere, because it could be the next one, could be the one after that. But at 25 mile an hour, I really don't care very much, because I'm not going to struggle to stop. I also know that Peak Forest is coming up, because that's where we said we were going. Now we're going to see what's in the yard up here. I have no idea. I have not brought this up here. But before we try and add anything else to this train, after we pull into the platform, I will indeed save again. Ooh, there's some more 5 plank wagons. How many can it pull, do you think? Now we've got green on this one, and again the yellow one is at stop. So I'll just get my brake handle into lap so we're ready to apply. Throttle off, come into 4th gear, because you're supposed to do coasting in this one. Now what I won't pick up is any of those grey wagons, because they're non-braked. Do you know, I don't think I've played Peak Forest since I actually rebuilt my computer, so the collectibles might be here. I think we need to look. So we're gonna. Hello. You're expecting your regular train, weren't you? Not too bad. You've got me. Milk churns, were they a collectible? Doesn't appear to be. Ah. Tea and pies. Munch, munch, munch. I want to pick up one of those teapots when I come over to England. No, it's not that one. Because I am... Is it this one? I won't be able to get to that one because of all the stuff. Oh well. Now, we probably can't get to that because I think that's just a bit silly, even though they'd be cool. So we've got a whole bunch down there in the yard. So if we jump into the map and go click, remove path, confirm, and click. I can't set a path on it at the moment. It's strange. Why not? Oh, do I have to be in it to set the path, maybe? Not 100% sure on that. I hope I didn't mess anything up by not actually going up to my proper stopping point, because it was a little bit further ahead, and I didn't go that far. Let's hope I didn't mess this up. Alright, let's try it now. Set path. Very good. You know, it looks like you have to be in it. Now, we've got some wagons here, but I need to drop off my van before I pick up some other wagons. So, they're all really long sidings, aren't they? So let's just put it in here. I think, yes, that'll be nice. Confirm that. Now, back to the map. So it has accepted that, which is good. And it's set all the automated points, but I'm going to have to set some manual points, I expect. I don't know, just lucked it out, I guess. Alright. So let's go neutral. Reverse. Release the brakes. And we probably don't need to do much more than that, really. Because we're just going to roll. We might as well get out of the way in case there's a steam engine coming or something. These people all look like they're waiting for a train. A little bit of brake just to control our speed. Now I didn't want to put it in one of the completely empty sidings because that's just more distance than I care to travel at the moment. What weird thing is this coming up the line? It's a 4F pushing a brake van. I don't think I've ever seen that before. It's pretty cool though. Okay. Now, just to be on the safe side, remember, formation designer is a beta. Bad things happen when you couple and uncouple sometimes. We're going to uncouple those. And can we run far enough ahead to clear these points? That's an interesting question. Let's see if we can. Let's just get back into the cab. And neutral. Forwards, brakes off, first gear, Now I'm hoping I can get far enough forwards to clear one of these sets of points without having to set a path. Right, now, have we cleared any points? Or do I have to set a path? Ah, look at that. So lucky. So lucky, it's like I planned it. Yeah, I think there might be enough room. We might just leave the coach here too. Try and stop before we derail something. Because that's always fun. Not. Alright, let's leave the coach here. I did warn you that none of this stuff was planned, didn't I? We're just doing things. Righto, driver, come on back. Ooh, is that going to clear? It's going to be close, isn't it? Let me get ready on the brake, just in case. Ah, she's good. There's at least a thickness of paint in there. What do you reckon we take them all? Yeah. That'll go well. What could possibly go wrong? Bonk. Nice. Okay. Back in the cab while this pumps up. Let's get the brakes off. Might be a little while, but in the meantime, let's not move that actually. Let's get that into neutral and then move that, because that's much smarter. Back into first gear. Pumpy pumpy. Get some revs on while we're waiting for it to release. Let's go and inspect our new line. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Well, it's not as though they're full. It should be okay. Now, to get 10 of these out of here, I'm definitely going to have to set a path, I think. So if I remove the path, and back into the map, set path. Let's set a path up into the head shunt up here if we're allowed to. I don't actually know if we're allowed to, but let's try. Can we get into that one? I think we can. Let's try. Ooh, looks like we are allowed up there. Brilliant. Now brakes are still going. Still going. We're almost there though. Just going to drag them now. We're going to skull drag them up into the head shunt. We don't have to go all the way up there. I just want to get some shunting signals. And we have indeed got a disc come off. But we don't have to go all the way up. I just wanted to set it far enough so that the game had a bit of an idea of what I was actually doing. Pull back and get our brake van. It's amazing how many places you can go with free roam, actually. It's quite a different experience. Neutral. Reverse. Brakes off. First gear. it's quite a different experience to what you had with Scenario Planner and with just cruising around in services. Because you can, most of the time, do and go pretty much anywhere you want. Not all the time. There are certainly occasions where we've come across restrictions and things you can't do. You have to watch the portals a little bit, because free roam will often let you get close to a portal, and you've got to make sure they don't suck you in. Because, of course, then you leave the playable area. This is a bit fast. This is a bit fast. It's going to come down just in time. Lovely. Just let it roll back a little bit. And the brakes finally come off. So let's go into first gear with push. That'd be a good idea. Might take the brakes a little while to come off. It was a pretty heavy application. I'd love to blame chat, but you're not here, so I can't. Let's just try and push through the brakes. There we go. Bonk. That certainly did it. Alright. Brake fans on. We're starting to roll, so let's just get a bit of brakes on. Alright, so now we've got an even more interesting combination. So we've got our 101, 10 wagons, and a brake fan. So now we need to... Let's just remove that path. Be careful not to click on remove train. I've done that before in free roaming. It's embarrassing. Alright, now let's take these up the line a little way. Why don't we bring them up here? And why don't we bring it straight into the yard if we're allowed to? So let's try that. Let's try and bring them in here. Can't use that one. Can we use the track next to it? No. Probably can't get there from this track, maybe. No, it looks like they only come in from that side to go in there. It doesn't look like there's a crossover there. That's okay. Maybe we can come into here. There's a water tower there. Can we go there? Yes, we can go there. Shall we? Of course. Alright, let's get back into forward gear. Let's get our brakes off. Let's get into first. And away we go. This is probably lighter than that coach and 3, but still a bit bumpy. She's coming along though. Just keep a little bit of throttle on. Because coming through these curves will eat some speed. You can see it's already gobbling the speed as we go through here. So friction is modelled in this game. Ooh, it's not happy using a 101 to pull this train. It's really not. Hello, people of Peak. It's the second train where you haven't been able to get on. I'd stop and see if they get on, but I know they won't, because in free roam and scenarios it's the same. The people don't get in. I know a lot of people couldn't quite handle the reality of Spirit of Steam, where it was quite quiet, but, you know, the 1950s train routes were quite quiet. They didn't run trains every 10 minutes. They ran trains every hour, or every 2 hours, or every 3 hours, maybe every day. Green signal. dark in here. Ooh, spooky. Make little cat sad. The 101 with its 2 candles sitting on the front. And there's the light at the end of the tunnel. You just always have to hope it's not a train. Oh, I think it is. And it was. Here's the real light at the end of the tunnel. Gonna put on a bit more brake to try and control this little train, because we have to stop in 1.5 miles. Those little clanking noises you can hear occasionally are a set of carriages that don't like being hauled by a 101. And I think once we settle in at Chapel Enley Frith, is it Frith? It is Frith. Down goods. This will be the end of our little adventure for today because I'm running out of time. Have a green signal up there, and we should have a shunt indication too. I see why you can't get in there now. There's just a crossover. There's no other way in there, so you can't actually turn left from this track into those sidings, which is why free roam wouldn't let me in there. Now, of course, one of the really fun bits about free roam is leaving bits all over the place and watching the dispatcher try and cope with it. And that'll do, as they say. Just put you back in lap so you're quiet. Pop our handbrake on because it's the end of the adventure and we're staying here. And back into neutral. Into off. Take our master key with us, and that's the end of our shift for today. So you have it. A little bit of livery designer and free roam fun on Peak Forest. So if you've enjoyed this kind of content and the kind of frivolity that I usually get up to, something like this, then join me on my channel at youtube.com/TrainSimulatorDriver, all one word. Alrighty, thanks for watching. I hope you find some stuff in the spring sales that meets your fancy and that you enjoy it. And there's a heap of great content from ambassadors and Dovetail people coming up. So keep watching. Enjoy. See you later. Bye now.
We played a game.